What's going on, and welcome back to Carefree TV. Time for Transfer Weekly. Again, for those who don't know what happens on this, I go through all the transfer rumours linking, players to or from Chelsea over the past week, and you lot get involved as well. You lot put your comments down below, and I'll answer them. But before I answer a few of them this week, I need to pay tribute to an absolute legend who is more or less leaving the club, and that is Cech. I agree. Football's a game of opinions. I'm okay with debates. I actually enjoy football debates. I've had my opinion changed before, but on Cech being a legend, I am non-negotiable on that. No, nothing you can say can convince me that what he's achieved for this club is, I don't think will be matched. To be honest, as much as I love Courtois to, go up, I don't think he'll, surpass what Cech's done. He's won every trophy available to him, and also you got to remember, he had that head injury. For most players, that ends your career. The fact he came back and won, I think, more after that is just an absolute, is a tribute to an absolute great. And how he conducted himself last season, not really complaining, getting the job done when he came in. I mean, look at the game last year against Everton at home in the league. Made some fantastic saves, and helped us in a tricky time in the title race. So I cannot and will not say a bad word about Cech, unless of course he goes and wins like 20 leagues with Arsenal and starts kissing the badge and stuff. We'd have to do something really, he'd have to seriously fuck up to change my opinion on it. But anyway, moving on, on the topic of goalkeepers. A question for last week. Christian Dawson asked, apart from keeper mentioned, any other ideas about possible keepers? In order to know, I think the Rob Greens, the John Ruddys, and those sort of players linked are good. In recent, over the past week, we've seen serious development in the Begovic deal, and I'm in favour of that. I think Begovic is an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper. I've always rated him. I think he'll be probably, again, he wouldn't be as good as Cech, but he'd still be the best second choice goalkeeper in the league, in my opinion. And also it will help English football, because Stoke's second choice goalkeeper, Butland, he's English and young, so if Begovic goes, it will give him more game time and will benefit us all. So I can't think of anyone who hasn't been linked. Another question also from Christian, who said about link to Alex's song, and it's emerged over the past week that we were interested in Song. However, it looks like he is going to West Ham on a permanent basis, and I am absolutely fine with this. Song is not a transfer which excited me. When I heard Mikel was most likely to go, whilst I agree Song is an upgrade on Mikel, I want to see players like Loftus-Cheek get more game time. I'll happily take a step back in getting Loftus-Cheek into the team than have like Song. It's not a massive upgrade. He doesn't, he's experienced, I suppose. I think he's homegrown as well, but it doesn't. I don't think going forward, that's a short-term sort of immediate fix, and I think we need to start building to the future. I think we should get rid of Mikel, and his squad place should be taken by Loftus-Cheek, in my opinion. So for me, I'm not fussed about missing out on Song. While I think it would have been a good signing, I have no doubt he would have turned out to be a good player for us. It wasn't a necessary transfer, and I think it would have had bad effects on our youth development, which of course we all want to do well. Andrew Ford asked, what do you make of us potentially going for Toby Alderweireld? Now, I get this transfer makes lots of sense to me. He's played in the Premier League. He did very, very well for Southampton. I think he is a good centre back. We need a, I think every club should have two of each position, so they should have two goalkeepers, four strikers if they play with two up front, and I think we need four centre backs. We currently have three. I think Alderweireld will create competition for Gary Cahill, who'll put Gary Cahill on his toes. Zuma as well, I think will still get a lot of game time, because remember, John Terry, as much as I think he is an absolute legend, I don't think he can play every single minute of the season like he did last year. I don't think for a player his age that's possible. So I think we do need another centre back to fill in and take the strain off John Terry. So for me it makes sense. However, it's not looking likely. I think he's going to Spurs. I don't see why. I don't know what he will gain from that, but apparently that is where he is heading. So now on to other transfers, and this is the big one. This is what the title is named after. To link to Turan and Griezmann. This excites me a lot. Turan is a player who absolutely tore us to shreds in the Champions League a few years ago. Really, really talented player. He's number 10 or a winger. Add competition in those ranks. He should be pretty cheap as well because obviously Atletico Madrid have got no money. They've totally skint, and I think he would. I think he would fit in well. I'm in favour of this, and there's talk of getting rid of Felipe Luis in the same deal. So for me, I'm so in favour of that, and I can see it happening. Griezmann for me is the number one. Should be the number one priority. I think he can play up front, which we need. We need a backup striker. He can score goals from a wide position, which we've only really got in Hazard at the moment. Since Schürrle's left, we haven't really had that goal threat. I think he would be. I think he's young. He's, while I know there's a high price tag on him, it's worth taking in my opinion. And apparently we can get rid of Salah as well. Apparently there's a swap deal there. For me, Griezmann and Turan, if we were to get those two in, that would be fantastic. That would be strengthening. That would be strengthening the champions if we got those two in. So I would almost certainly go for them. Obviously, last week's video was about Oxlade-Chamberlain. A lot of you are in favour of it in the comments. I wasn't too keen, and that transfer does not look like it's happening anymore. So for me, I'm not too disappointed about that. Something which I am extremely happy about is Oscar looks like he's saying. I think his agent said it was impossible for him to leave Chelsea. I think that's good. Lots of people are saying Oscar out and stuff. I've got to disagree. You've got to give him next season. If he fades away next season, then yeah, by all means sell him in the summer. But this is his first season with a break. He'll be fully adapted to England now. I think next year he's going to go and he's going to take it by storm. Trust me, Oscar will be a magnificent player, and everyone will be, surprised that they doubted him. I'm absolutely delighted with this because on his day he's the best number 10 in the league in my opinion. It's just he doesn't have his day often enough. An actual confirmed signing, well, more or less confirmed, is Kennedy, a young Brazilian. For me, looks talented on YouTube, but then so does everyone. He won't get a work permit, so I suppose he's heading off to a Dutch stadium near you, pretty much. So Vitesse can, be welcoming a new player. For me, I don't think he's going to make it, to be honest. He's 19, and I think there's better youngsters out there who are further ahead. So for me, I think this is just a transfer with the financial fair play thing. I think we'll sell him in a few weeks' time. So yeah, we'll sell him in a few weeks' time. No, a few years' time, I mean. Once he's built up a reputation in a foreign country. I think he'll be more of a Thorgan Hazard than a Bertrand Traore, who next year will hopefully be in the first team squad after getting his work permit. Finally, a transfer which it's not really been sort of talked about as much recently, but a transfer which has been running throughout the summer, and that is Paul Pogba to Chelsea. Again, this guy is, I don't think he's worth the 70 million now, but we're not paying for what he's worth now. We're paying what he's going to be worth in a few years' time. I think he'll be absolutely ideal. I think we should go all out, and try and get him. After Griezmann, he should be our main target. And however, I wouldn't lose Oscar. I'll try and somehow make it so we keep Oscar and get Pogba, but that's looking unlikely. Thank you for watching Transfer Weekly. It's a bit late. It's on a Monday rather than a weekend this week because I was very busy on the weekend and just couldn't be bothered to make a video. See you next week, and leave your comments or transfer rumours you want me to talk about down below. Bye.